Las Vegas is shifting sharply towards a buyer's market because higher mortgage rates and rising home prices have sidelined many would-be buyers, even as more homeowners put their properties up for sale.
This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now with local real estate expert Harvey Blankfeld.
In the article Patrick Blennerhassett wrote, he says, the Las Vegas Valley is now firmly a buyer's market for residential real estate according to a new study. Redfin, and Redfin's not always been my favorite source for this type of information because I think they tend to exaggerate. But I do agree with them in this case. Anyway, Redfin estimates the Valley has shifted towards a buyer's market almost more than any other major metro in the country, as the number of sellers now outpaces buyers locally by 96.7%, up 47.9% year over year, ending in August. Now, just to understand this stat, I'm trying to absorb this stat here. It says has shifted towards the buyer's market almost more than any other market in the metro country, as the number of sellers now outpaces buyers by 96.7%. So there's twice as many sellers as there are buyers.
Right.
Is what they're saying. And it was only 47.9% year over year, so it was about a quarter more or whatever. So there's twice as many sellers as there are buyers in our market, which is an interesting. I'm not sure how you calculate that. But anyway, nonetheless, that's what they're saying. I don't disagree. I think the metrics are there and they are proving it. The only other metro that has seen a bigger shift from sellers to buyers this year is Denver. And in terms of seller markets, Newark, New Jersey leads that category. Redfin says there are approximately 1,575 sellers of residential homes currently in the Valley, as compared with only 6,903 in August of last year. Now, they're including condos and high-rises. When I do my stats, it's just single-family homes. So that's why their numbers are a little bit different than what you hear from me. And they're saying their median price is $443,770. Again, that's including condos and high-rises as well. And that's a 1.3% increase from last year. Excuse me. So Daryl Fairweather, who's Redfin's chief economist, said the basic fundamentals of economics are out of sync in the Valley, which has created the shift in the outlook for the market. Las Vegas is shifting sharply towards a buyer's market because higher mortgage rates and rising home prices have sidelined many would-be buyers, even as more homeowners put their properties up for sale. The surge in listings paired with falling sales has created an unusually wide gap between supply and demand, giving buyers more leverage at the negotiating table while putting pressure on sellers to price more realistically. Supply and demand. I mean, we talk about this all the time, don't we, Rick? It's just supply. It's a simple equation, guys. It's supply and demand. That's what it boils down to.
We have a lot of supply and a little bit of demand.
And see, now they're saying demand has diminished. I don't believe demand has diminished. It's just not going up. It's not going up commensurate with the amount of supply. I mean, we're still selling roughly 2,000 homes, single-family homes a month. It's been bouncing around that number the whole time.
Yeah, it's still. I mean, but at 2,000 homes a month, we're still on pace for one of like the fourth or fifth worst year in the last 25 years.
It's slow. It's definitely slow. We'd like to see it closer to 3,000. Quite honestly, is what we'd like to see. But it's 2,000. But it hasn't gone down. I'd say it's been that same number for about a year now.
Well, the stat that you brought that said there that August price was up over last year.
Yeah.
But sales from the previous article were down 14%.
Right. Yep.
So there's, again, that's back to that price pressure.
There's this pressure on us. It says Las Vegas economy depends heavily on tourism, and the current economic environment is making both U.S. and global consumers cautious about discretionary spending like trips to Las Vegas. I mean, this is true. That slowdown is weighing on local economy and further dampening housing demand for Las Vegas residents. Listen, Las Vegas is not dead. We're not on life support here, guys. I mean, Las Vegas is still very busy and bustling, and there's still lots of tourists coming to town. It's just not as many as there were, particularly during and shortly thereafter after the pandemic. The pandemic created a frenzy of people who just needed to come to Vegas, and we basically endured a huge amount of volume for a while, and now we're seeing get back to pre and actually a little bit lower, and as a result of everyone having already been here for so many weeks. I mean, we made our trip to Vegas last year. We're not going to do it again this year. So, I mean, that's part of it. That's also what kind of happens in the housing market to a certain extent. During the pandemic, you had that huge, I call it the huge shift. You had the shuffling of the deck, reshuffling of the deck, where people were moving all over the place. Well, they made their move, so now they don't need to anymore. So we're kind of recovering from that dramatic change and that huge amount of volume we had during and shortly after the pandemic, and now we're kind of absorbing that, is what we're seeing. We're seeing some of the residual effect of it.